Hello YouTube and welcome into another part 0 video for our summer Civ series, the A&W Challenge. I am the Game Mechanic here with you as always. And today we're talking about Poundmaker, someone who ranks pretty darn highly for me. Although, as we go down the list here of what he does, you will see that he's not pulling you in any direction. A lot of civs are like, oh, this is a religious civ, this is a scientific civ, blah, blah, blah. Poundmaker is really good at being a civ in Civ 6, if that makes any sense. He has some abilities that just kind of generally help everything that you're trying to do throughout the game. He's got a unique tile improvement, bonus to trade thing. So he's kind of a leader that you can take in any direction. You could found a religion, you could go cultural, you could go to space. And all of those are perfectly viable. So let's talk about why. Starting with favorable terms, all alliance types provide shared visibility. So that makes him interesting as another member in your games, because if he's an easy friend generally, and like getting him to ally with you is part of his agenda anyways, so that is going to happen. And then also you get a bunch of free exploration most likely if you just ally with him. So that's a pretty darn good ability. On top of that, your trade routes grant 1 food for you playing Poundmaker per camp or pasture in the receiving city, and extra gold for camp and pastures in the receiving city as well. So that's extra food and gold on a lot of your trade routes. It's one of those things that you don't even really have to pay that much attention to. Just look at the yield of the trade route. Make sure you're looking at the food ones, because there's some interesting growth that you can have there as well. But just hey, I'm gonna have trade routes. Makes commercial hubs a little bit more of a priority. But it's just strong because it does the thing that you're going to do anyways better. And so for me, that's pretty darn good. It's not a game-breakingly good bonus. It's not like you're going to just carry the game based on favorable terms, but the perks are nice and they are free, which I'm a big fan of. Next, Nihata. So the trade route capacity is something that is more limited in Rise and Fall. It used to be just finish your commercial hub and you'd get a trader. Well, you wouldn't get the trader, but you'd get the trade route capacity. Now you have to get the market, which is fine. But it makes your trade routes a little bit more of a at a premium. And so you get a free trader and a free trade route slot just for getting to pottery. Wow, that's super easy. Start out with pottery. We get a free trade. That is a really nice early game boost and advantage. The risk you run with that early trader is having barbarians pillage it, or having a war declared on you right away and having it pillaged. So you want to be a little bit judicious with where you send that trade route. But boy, it's a pretty nice perk. So we've got 2 trade route synergies already, and then on top of this, unclaimed tiles within 3 tiles of Kree territory get absorbed or added to your empire if your trader passes through them. Please note that this also applies to trade routes that city didn't send. So if you send a trade route near another city and it's going to pass over tiles that you don't own in that city, you're going to get them, even though it wasn't a part of the origin or destination city. So that's pretty neat. That's free territory. That saves you money that you don't have to buy as many tiles. And as much as I enjoy buying tiles, I'll take free tiles any day. So that's really neat. Those are some really cool quality of life stuff, quality of life perks that make him really fun to play. And I think you'll enjoy him in your games as well. So let's move on to the MegaWop, the unique building, unique tile improvement, which I'm generally a pretty big fan of depending on what they do. And this one is particularly good. So you get production and housing regardless. So you can add production into flatland tiles, which I'm a big fan of as someone who really loves production in Civ 6. Extra gold if adjacent to a luxury resource, and bonus food for every 2 adjacent bonus resource. So you can start to get some really cool tiles, and in addition, 1 full housing for a tile improvement is quite nice. Farms are a half, and so the fact that you kind of have like a better version of a farm and some free housing in your cities allows the Kree to grow tall and have plenty of districts, and make sure you have your trade routes and things like that. So he's kind of a tall-ish civ, and that the MegaWop is just an excellent part of that. you'll get more of these resources as you progress the tree. I'm not going to go into exactly where those are. The one thing here, the one drawback is you cannot build them adjacent to another MegaWop. So you have to be kind of planning, which is something we enjoy doing anyways, with where you put them. But hey, if you get, it makes coastal cities more viable. It makes aqueduct cities more viable because you have like a placeholder that can give you a little bit of housing while you build your aqueduct or get to aqueduct tech or something like that. This is also available very, very early on. So it's just really strong. So you can see now extra trade route things, extra just building, like extra city things, like all of this is just quality of life Civ stuff. No bonus to science, no bonus to culture, but hey, that's really cool. I can just kind of I can play to my map, or I can just try, I can try to shoehorn a culture victory or shoehorn a religion thing going on. So those are all really interesting. And then finally we have a unique scout, which is really, really exciting. A unique scout that is a little bit stronger, a little bit more expensive as well than your typical scout, but then also starts with 1 free promotion. And that is pretty huge. The one drawback to starting with that promotion is you won't get you won't get much XP beyond that first level from scout or from a barbarian killing, but usually scouts aren't great at that anyways, even our unique one. And part of that is because the unit type, you don't get any bonuses to like fighting the barbarian spearmen. So while it's a good unit on deity, you're not going to want all that many of them, unless you really plan on like shoehorning a ranger rush at it's just weird. But at least build 1, if not 2. They're not going to help you defend your empire all that much early on. Still going to want archers to do that, but that free promotion is huge, especially considering that we typically play on New World and Wet. So you get that first promotion and you either get free movement on hills or through forests and rainforests. So that should ideally allow you much better movement and an ability to get around the map quicker, maybe snagging a city-state first meet or some goody huts or finding barbs, things like that. So really, really fun. None of this is like, but all of it's really nice. All of it's really solid. And that's why he kind of ranks pretty highly for me. You can do the war machine. You can do whatever you want. And so for my money, create a very, very, very good empire. Try them out. I think you'll very much enjoy stealing tiles. Before I end, you cannot steal tiles. You steal free tiles. You cannot. It's not a culture bomb. You don't get to steal tiles from your neighbors if they already have them. So please remember that. But it has to be unclaimed territory. I just want to be clear. But yeah, try that out. I think it's a lot of fun. And I think you guys will enjoy this playthrough. So thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to stop by twitch.tv/thegamemechanic and come say hi to us in person on the internet. See you next time.